Hey, this is Philip, co-founder and CEO here at SalesWings, and I'm very excited to give you a quick insight into how SalesWings makes personalization as easy as pie. And of course, the goal of making every interaction personal is to become relevant, make these interactions timely, and overall impactful. And personalization happens both on the marketing as well as on the sales side. And if you think a little bit about when you had that last great buyer's experience, maybe you were buying a car, maybe you were in a nice hotel on vacation, or you chose the kitchen for your house, or maybe even you were buying a nice watch or anything else that you like. And these are mostly B2C buyer experiences, and they're physically in a store. But in B2B, it's exactly the same thing. And what makes these interactions personal? It's because in a showroom, the salespeople, they're listening to you. They can see you, they can feel you, and you're able to interact with them. And of course, that makes that experience absolutely tailored to what you care about, and it's not about what that company cares about. Now, in digital marketing, this, of course, is a little bit more difficult, and we know that today about 67% or two-thirds of the buyer journey is digital. Now, how are you listening to your customers in this digital world? And quickly, why does this actually matter? So, if you're able to personalize your marketing activities, you're looking at up to 30% higher open rates of your email campaigns. And you can reduce your opt-outs because the messaging is relevant and it's interesting for the people that you're marketing to. Now, this is impressive. You can see up to 50% higher click-through rates and 27% faster marketing driven pipeline growth. Now, these are figures from established email service providers that have sent and analyzed billions of emails. So these are absolutely accurate. Now, on the sales side, once you start tailoring your message in those emails, on the phone, etc., you're also going to look at up to 40% higher open rates. 27% more responses from emails, and we all know that today buyers are tired of email. They get so many of them, and they all just, talk about the company. We see higher lead qualification rates when we're able to listen to that customer and make this data available to salespeople, and even up to 20% shorter sales cycles. And here, this is about timing and making that interaction personal because it comes timely to the buyer. By the way, if you want to calculate your ROI, you can go to our website, saleswingsapp.com/ROI, and you can get an understanding how that looks for you. So how does SalesWings enable you to become really personal? Firstly, we have a no-code data collection capability. We put first-party data at your fingertips. At the heart, we have a real-time web engagement tracking solution, and it's really easy. It's a single JavaScript that you deploy to your site. A lot of our clients start collecting data on day one of the collaboration. Email clicks, ad engagement, organic, all these things that buyers do when they show specific interest. Form data, we help you collect data from web forms. You can centrally collect data from third-party applications like chat engagement, etc. And of course, we have an API. Now, what is so special about that? So firstly, we make this really easy. And secondly, we tie this to people, to your leads, to your contacts, and even to your accounts. So you have this great data set to fully understand who the buyer is and what they care about. And it goes a little bit further. So SalesWings helps you with intuitive profiling. We help you identify the interests in a very simple manner. And here at SalesWings, we call this tagging. So firstly, as we've said, we tie this activity and this data to the buyer. We're able to understand how interested they truly are. And of course, whether it's a good profile for the services and the products that you provide. But when it comes to personalization, it's all about the things that a buyer is looking to read about and to hear about, and this is where this tagging comes in. If we think about Salesforce as a company, uh, let's imagine what would Salesforce be interested in? Well, of course, product interest. Are they looking for Marketing Cloud, or is it rather Commerce Cloud, or what is it? They could tag topics of interest such as sustainability or premium success and premium service. And of course, any other interaction that defines this buyer, SalesWings simply tags them with a absolutely intuitive manner. And we're going to see that in just one moment from now. Now, furthermore, so SalesWings takes that data and last but not least, it makes it available in your systems. We push that data to the Marketing Cloud, and because it's there and because it also is in the Sales Cloud, you have literally any Salesforce connected tool that has access to this personalization data. And all these connectors are native. So ultimately, whether you use CDP or Interaction Studio as well, so you will be able to benefit from such fantastic data. And of course, we do have as well an API. Now let's have a look how that could look in the case of Salesforce. Let's say Salesforce has a buyer here, Susanna Spring, goes to Google, and then comes, of course, uh, becomes known with a white paper download. So here I'm on the website, and just so you know, I'm tracking myself locally just for this demo. So here I am going to the Marketing Cloud page, looking a little bit around, going down to CDP, of course, a great platform at this moment. And they go a little bit further, maybe as we said, we go to the research and report section here, and we look a little bit at that state of marketing report that we could request, or really any other report that we have here. Now, how does that data look? So before we talk about details of the personalization, here I'm in the Sales Cloud on this contact record. So we have Susanna Spring, Nike, that's this friendly lady we've just seen here. Now, if we just quickly reload that screen, so we can see some of that great engagement data that SalesWings has collected. So of course we have the different page views we can see here. So I'm unable locally here to track specific events. So I've also done this on our own website myself. So you can see here quickly, we have rich engagement data, for example, that's been collected, pages, products of interest, videos have been watched. We can track click data, engagement data, and of course, third-party data. Actually, first-party data that becomes known to us through the API or any other way. And what else have we seen here? So if we come to Susanna, we see these powerful tags. So Customer Audience 360, so CDP interest, Marketing Cloud interest for Susanna, Salesforce interest, of course. Very interesting information for both marketing and for sales. Now, of course, if I continue here, let's say Susanna is then showing interest in sustainability. And remember, it's really about listening to that customer in a digital world. So, of course, SalesWings will have tracked that data as well and immediately identified that sustainability interest based on the behavior. So you can see there are endless opportunities. And now let's go to the Marketing Cloud and see how this could look and how you can use this and how we make this as easy as pie to create this engagement personal. So here we have a little white paper journey. So we imagine that Susanna has entered that journey, whether from a data extension or here would be a cloud page where they've submitted that newsletter, this white paper request. Now here from the very first moment, I want to make this interaction personal. And here, as an example, Marketing Cloud has a great functionality that's called dynamic content. So we want to personalize and customize this experience for this buyer. Now, remember, this is a B2B buyer, so personalization, of course, in B2B is extremely important also these days. If you want to stick out from the crowd and earn that click in your email and that interest. Here we see this standard email for the white paper. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull over this dynamic content block. And I'm going to put this content right here. That's not what I wanted to do. So I actually want to take this one right there. So I'm going to pull this dynamic content block. And the dynamic content block will personalize the content in this email based on the data that we collect. So firstly, for the general audience, I'm going to send a little link to our email about the values. So here, is, of course, Salesforce has a great culture. So in general, top of the funnel nurturing, we would be wanting to send this information. And now here it's where it gets personal. So firstly, I have access now to all the SalesWings data through the Marketing Cloud data extension. So all the data that you've seen here, the tagging with the interest, the topic of interests, lead scoring to understand where they are within the funnel, all that data is available. So I'm simply now going to I'm going to look for that data extension. So if I then find it, where is that data extension? Of course, it's going to be here. There you go. And now here what we see is we have, for example, these tags. So I can look for a tag that's interesting for me, or I could look for a lead score. There you go. So of course we have multiple scoring. So we're just going to say, for example, I believe we have an enterprise technology score. There you go. So if that lead score is greater than 40, well, we consider this lead is already quite sales ready, so we're gonna directly invite them to book a meeting. So now we have a general top of the funnel piece of content here. We also have a bottom of the funnel content. And now, in fact, we want to add another rule because currently we're, let's say Salesforce is looking to promote the premium success a little bit further. So this is a topic of interest. So we're going to be looking for a SalesWings tag. So here we say, well, premium service in this situation. And in that case, we're going to promote the premium service and send the buyer to that specific service page. And at that moment, let's quickly save this here just to have this email saved, of course. There you go. I'm going to exit that. Now, the premium service, maybe we have not set up this profiling rule, and I want to show you now here how this looks. So remember, the tagging is the way to identify interest in a very simple manner. And we have a central place in SalesWings where you can look at these, where you can create these tags with simple rules, URL-based rules. We can look for keywords. We can look at custom events, such as videos they look at, and so on. So there's really an easy way to use flexible data sources. So now, and I've prepared this already here. Let's say we want to look for that premium service. There you go. We're going to call this premium service. Give it a color here. And basically, when somebody looks at the success plans on the Salesforce website, there you go. we want these people to be tagged. And let's say specifically, I want to only apply this to people who are interested also in the Marketing Cloud as a product. I can flexibly build my rules. Um, as a marketer, without coding, just clicks, I can quickly set up this particular tag. Now, Susanna here, just to go back, so she should not be receiving this tag right now because she hasn't shown this particular interest. But if Susanna were to go back, look a bit further, go to success plans. Here, the overview serves a little bit around. Of course, has shown active interest. Again, SalesWings allows you to listen to that. And if we go back to Susanna, we will see that SalesWings has already identified this premium service interest from that behavior. So this is a quick demo here. I want to show you a couple more things if you just bear with me a few minutes. So let's just imagine here I do then receive this white paper and I click on that. I can then go here. So we just picture there's this click to the infograph or the white paper that's been selected. Also further interest now in the Commerce Cloud. Whoop, here it is. Well, Susanna, we see has received another tag, the white paper tag, which identifies that interest, and we have the Commerce Cloud tag as well. So you see, it's a beautiful way to profile these leads and contacts, and in Salesforce, that's available to the salespeople directly on the contact record, on the lead record. And yes, we push all data to accounts and even to opportunities to allow salespeople to truly provide a personal experience by talking to the needs and topics of interest of every unique single person. And of course, we can then go further and we can use these tags for collaboration. Now, that's not the topic of this video right here, but just keep in mind all the data is 100% native. So here we have Spring Campaign engagement. We can use this to hand off leads, contacts, accounts straight to the salesperson. So with these plug and play connectors, and you see we have found an intuitive way to hand over these leads and to identify their interests. And of course, we have great other integrations such as Slack if we want to collaborate with sales and leverage this rich profiling data here. So I hope you're as excited as myself. And if you're just interested to, again, calculate that ROI that you can see from personalization and leveraging this kind of data, saleswingsapp.com/ROI is your place to go. And of course, if you're interested to just find out a little bit how this would look in your case and hear about some of the use cases that we see in your industry, just schedule a demo with us and we'll be more than happy to help. Thank you very much, and I wish you a fantastic day. And thanks for the time today, and have a good afternoon. Bye bye. Thank you.